name's Jordan Gill. We're here live in the Coldwell Boxing Gym in Rotherham. My fitness regime varies depending on the week and how far we are away from the fight. I tend to do 2 to 3 high intensity interval runs. When we're coming up to a fight, I tend to spar twice a week, and that may be 6 rounds, maybe 8 rounds, maybe 12 rounds. And then in between them sessions, I'll do functional fitness training, so strength training with my S&C coach, Danny Wilson at the Sheffield Hallam University Boxing Science. And then we'll also do a lot of mobility work, a lot of stretching and flexibility work, and also a lot of technical work. So with my coach Dave Coldwell on the pads, different technique, footwork drills and things like that. So it's varied, it's mixed, and it's always keeping it fresh. It's different now. It's a lot better. I feel like it suits me really well. The way that Dave trains fighters suits me down to a T. I'm understanding boxing a lot more. He explains things in a really good way, and he knows how to get the best out of me, which is what you want in a trainer. And all our boxing sessions are solely based on boxing. As you saw today, it's all skill, finesse. You might not go 100 miles per hour, but everything's done for a reason. So our boxing's boxing, our fitness is fitness, and our strength is strength. So all them sessions are different, and when on fight night they'll come together. I think boxing is the main focus because you can be as fit and as strong as you like, but if you haven't got the skill, the fundamentals of boxing, then you're going to come unstuck when you go up a level. But at the same time, you can have all the skill in the world, and if you're not fit or not strong, you're going to come unstuck in a 12-round fight. So it's a fine balance, but I think everything that I do strength-wise and everything that I do fitness-wise complements what I do in the boxing ring. In the gym, that's technical and skill-based. So it all complements each other nicely. So I'd say probably 70% is boxing skill, and the rest is made up of strength and fitness. Whenever you fight, there's always things that you can improve on, things that you can work on. In my last fight, it was a poor performance because of how I felt on the day, but at the same time, before that fight, I felt like I'd made so many improvements leading up to that fight, and I just didn't get the opportunity to show them off. So I'm looking forward to my next fight where I can show off how much I've improved, and how much I've got better, and how much I've got better since that fight as well. So I think everybody's going to see a big performance from me, and the little things that I've been working on are working in the gym. So it's about taking it into the ring on fight night, and making sure that I'm fit and healthy and strong, and putting on a good performance. He's very calm in the corner. You go back to the corner, no matter the situation, he'll come across in a good way. Like I said, he knows how to get the best out of me. He knows what buttons to press at the right time. He knows how to talk to me in different situations, and that's what you need as a fighter. A lot of fighters go back to the corner and the corner panics, whereas Dave keeps a cool head all the time, and it shows in the fight. And I think if you can get a trainer that gets the best out of you, then you've got more of a chance in the ring. When you have a bad round, or maybe a two or three bad rounds in a row, if you can bring it back around, that's a sign of a good coach and a good fighter. When I look at the division, it's a stacked division. It's probably one of the hardest divisions in the world. So as a fighter, you always want the biggest fights possible. You always want to test yourself the most. You always want to be in with the biggest and the best fighters in the division. So you look at the top of the division, you look at people like Leo Santa Cruz, who's WBA champion. You look at WBC champion Gary Russell Jr. You look at IBF world champion Josh Warrington from Leeds. There's WBO champion Oscar Valdez from America as well. So there's 4 champions in the division. They're all very good fighters. But even at a lower level, there's a European champion from Spain, and there's British champions as well. So there's champions there, and you want to test yourself against them. And you know, ultimately, the goal is to become world champion. And I think that we're on the right path, and we're making the strides to do that. And it's just a matter of time before we get in those positions to fight those guys and prove myself. What you need to consider is we have to weigh everything up. You have to think, is it worth it for me? Because boxing is a brutal sport, and at the same time it's a business as well. So you have to have a good team around you. I'm very lucky to have a good trainer in Dave Coldwell, a good manager in Dave Coldwell. I have a good support network from my parents. And it's something that I've grown up doing. So I've been in a boxing gym since I've been 4 years old, in around boxing all my life, gone to thousands of boxing shows, and grown up around it, seen older people fail, older people succeed, and I can learn from their failures and mistakes. And if you're a young boxer coming up, you have to look at other people and learn from their mistakes and from their successes, and you have to weigh up whether you think you're good enough and what level you think you can reach. And if you think it's the right move, then go for it. But you know, it's a very hard sport, and I wouldn't recommend it for someone that doesn't want to give it all. You can't play at boxing. So if you're in it, you're in it, and you have to be 100%, and you have to dedicate your life to it. But if not, it's not for you. Mental health is something that's becoming a bigger deal in sport and around sport as well, because more sports people are coming out saying they've got various problems with mental health, and making people aware of the pressure that's on you as a professional sportsman. But you know, I think it's clear for me to sit here and say, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that, but you have to understand that people are going through different things at different times. So I'll go to the gym and I'll work hard and train hard every day, and then I'll go home, open up Twitter, and somebody say, you're a bum, you're no good. When I've dedicated 20 years of my life to something, they can say, you're no good at this, and they're sitting there on an armchair sipping a tinny and eating a Chinese takeaway. And it's recognising that and dealing with it in a good way. And the way I see it is, what you can control, what you can't control, don't control. So I'll come into the gym, I can control what I put in my mouth, what I eat, and what I drink. I can control the effort that I put into my sessions. I can control my outlook on different comments on different social medias. And what I can't control, I don't worry about. What I can't control, a person in an armchair sitting and calling me a bum. I can't control what my opponent's doing at a certain time. So control the controllables, and what you can't control, don't worry about. That's what I recommend for anybody struggling with mental health or worrying about different situations. Just control the controllables and don't worry about the rest.